Allianz Arena. FC Bayern is very proud to be welcoming João Palhinha today here, next to Max Eberl here. Gentlemen, welcome. João, welcome.
Very warm welcome in Munich. How are your first impressions of the club in the city?
Welcome. What are your first impressions of Munich?
First impression has been really good.
The first few impressions were really great.
First days, I had the opportunity to know the facility from the training ground, to meet some of my new teammates. Okay. Some of them I already met before, and it's a pleasure to share the dressing room with so many top players. It's a dream come true, and I'm really anxious to start to put this shirt and represent the club inside of the pitch.
That sounds very good, thank you. Max, kann man von João wirklich von einem Wunschtransferkandidaten sprechen?
Ich glaube, wenn man über so lange Zeit an einem Spieler baggert, ihn nach München
so much time to convince a player to come to Bayern Munich, then you definitely have to talk about a desired player. Last year it just didn't work out because Fulham didn't get a new replacement for him. For João it was really dramatic. It's not nice, such an experience for a player, but also not for the club, for Bayern Munich. So even more beautiful for us to have him now here, to be able to welcome him here. We knew that a year before, and now we could bring it to an end. Thank you. João will answer in English, but that shouldn't be a problem. First question in the second row.
Hello, João. Welcome to Munich. Was there a point you believed that the deal could be off because there was contact, I guess, over the last few months, but was never sure that you will come? Was there a point you were unsure about this move, and what does it mean now for you and your family to be finally here in Munich? Thanks.
Hi. I was speaking with Max a few minutes ago about this because I didn't expect on the reality that Bayern came again for me. Of course, when the transfer failed, it was a big disappointing moment for me, for my family. You can imagine a player almost to sign a new contract with a top team as Bayern, and after the things failed, it's not easy to digest all this situation, to start again on the pitch and give your best. But I did it, and I knew that the only way to the opportunity to come again, it's do the same as I have been doing in all my career, and was really proud for me to know that I will have another opportunity here to join Bayern. I didn't expect when I received the call from the agent, and was a big moment of pride for me, for my family, and the good thing is I'm here at the moment and enjoying these first days for Bayern player.
Nächster ist ganz hinten Felix Roderer für Antenne Bayern.
Hello, João. Welcome to Munich. So we've heard you've already stayed in touch with Bayern, even though the transfer didn't work out back then. There was another coach. Now it is Vincent Kompany, who's the new coach, who already knows you from the Premier League. What part did he play in this transfer this summer? Und Frage an Herrn Eberl. Man hat immer von dieser Holding Six gesprochen. Jetzt ist er endlich da. Warum ist João Palhinha jetzt das Puzzlestück, das der FC Bayern braucht?
So I will answer first. For me, I need to be grateful with Tuchel, with Thomas, and with Vincent, with Kompany, because they both wanted me, and this is really important for me, and of course make me proud for two top coaches trying to bring me on their teams. It's really good to know that. I had the opportunity to say thank you to Thomas when the deal failed after, and I had a good talk with him. And I also had a good talk with Vini when before I signed for Bayern, and he showed me his interest for me to be part on the team, on the squad, on the club. and of course make me really proud. And if I'm here, it's because they wanted, and Max as well, and Chris, and I'm really happy.
Ja, ich habe die ganze Diskussion Holding Six.
And the discussion about holding six, that's not really a term that you use in the Premier League. So let's talk about a defensive midfield player, as we would do it in the German language and know it in the German language. And for that, João is a great player. We knew that last year. I already said that at the beginning of this conference. And when I started in March planning the new players and a new coach, and we knew that is a very important piece of the puzzle, and Bayern always needed a stabilizing player in the midfield. So please don't see it as a criticism to other players, but you know what I mean. We need a player that has the control over the play to support the defensive players. He has played so many great games for Lisbon, for the national team of Portugal, or for Fulham, and he just brings the experience, the dominance, and the physics for a great player. And that kind of position has a great history in Bayern, and we are very thankful for him to decide for us, even though the past year wasn't that easy. But that shows his great character as a player. If you have a moment like this that isn't pretty, and it's not every day that you experience that, but still play such a season for Fulham, and now you go to the club that where it didn't work out last year, that's a great character, and João has a great character.
Hello, João, and welcome to Munich. After the transfer failed last year, did you follow the situation at Bayern a little bit? Because as manager just said, there was a big discussion about this position, the holding six, the defensive midfielder position, and who's going to play it, because there are a lot of people who could play it, Kimmich, Goretzka, Leimer. So did you follow the situation, and how do you see the situation now with all the other players? Und eine Frage an Max Eberl noch. Uli Hoeneß hat gerade quasi einen Transferstopp verhängt.
Uli Hoeneß said we're not going to continue buying any new players. How did you experience that? And is it a huge pressure now? Thank you.
About the holding six that you mentioned before, everyone, these players that you mentioned can make it perfectly my position. I think the holding six today, when we say that, is not. I think when we are speaking about players like Kimmich, Goretzka, Leimer, and much more that we have on the team, everyone can play as a six, as a eight. So they are also players that can make just more one position, and this is good things. To be on the team with them, it's makes me really proud, because I remember when I faced Kimmich on the European when I was 90 and European Cup when I was 19 years old, and I was thinking a top player in the moment, and now I am sharing with him the pitch. It's good things that we reach on the life, and many top players that I meet in Bayern and share the dressing room with them. But these kind of things about the holding six, I think they already have players that can make that position, and of course I'm really happy to be one of them.
Ja, ehrlicherweise hat mich das gar nicht so berührt, was Uli gesagt hat. Damit meine ich nicht, seine Worte mich nicht berühren, wenn er
think that much about what Uli Hoeneß was saying, but he didn't say anything else that we hadn't already discussed beforehand. We've already done 3 transfers now with Rocky, João, and Mikey. Mikey is not here yet because he's trying to win a gold medal at the Olympic Games. So we already have 3 transfers, and we got Josip back, so that's 4 players. We've already spent money, but we want to earn money as well. And that was already the way Bayern Munich works. So our squad has to be competitive. We want to win as many trophies as we can. And that's why we need a great squad. We have some young players that are very exciting that we've seen on the training camp doing great work, so we want to see them play as well. So the whatever Uli Hoeneß said didn't surprise me because it does have our logic. You have to earn almost the same as you spend. So we've talked about that with Uli Hoeneß and what he said with Tegernseer. Our discussion, that was just, it wasn't a discussion, it was just a conversation. We were talking about Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. We weren't talking about football, we were talking about world politics. So sometimes there's nothing else I can do than smile and grin. We are trying our best to do, but there are no issues.
Mr. Palhinha, what are your goals here in Munich? And is it easier for you that you go now with the team to Asia some days together to find here a good situation?
I'm ready to play. I'm ready to. I just need to make my bag and put the clothes on the bag. And tomorrow we will travel with the team. And now I'm a Bayern player. I'm ready to play. I will do tomorrow my first training session. These 2 first days was more tests, all about tests, physical tests. And tomorrow I start to play with the team, finally. And that's it.
Dann ist Nicolas Linner auch für die Bild-Zeitung an der Reihe, bitte.
Hi, João. Some fans would like you to play a similar role to the role Javi Martinez played here at Bayern, being a defensive midfielder, with spot on the defensive work. Do you think there are some similarities between you and Javi, and do you think you can be as important as he was for the club?
It's really good to be associate or compare with Javi Martinez. Was a reference for me as well when I was more young, and I saw him in Bayern playing. We have similar capacities. I agree with that, but I want to make my story here. I want to be João Palhinha, and of course it's a top player that you mentioned before, and it's good to be compared with him.
Dann auf der linken Seite Thomas Niklaus für den SED.
Servus Max, kurze Frage, du hast gerade selber gesagt, dass noch einige Dinge zu tun sind.
You yourself said that some things still have to be done. Are you going to be with them the whole time in South Korea? Do you have time to be gone that long, or do you have other things to do? Well, all the time it's going to be 4 or 5 days in South Korea. The trip is shorter than it was planned at the beginning. But yeah, I'm going to be there. Maybe if others are going to go sleeping in the evening, I'm going to be on the phone with Europe because we have another time zone. But thanks to mobile phones, it's possible to go with them. I want to see the training sessions. I want to see the mood at the beginning with the whole squad, and the game against Tottenham. That's the first impression that we're going to see, even though the first one only finished tied 1-1. And I want to be there to see what the team is looking like.
Der andere große Top-Neuzugang im letzten Jahr war Harry Kane.
Just hold on.
The big transfer last year was Harry Kane, and well, he took a lot of time to find a home here in Munich. What about you? Are you going to stay in a hotel first, or have you already found something?
First, I know that it's a top city to live. I had the opportunity to speak with Cancelo that played here before, Renato Sanchez. They both told me that was the most city that they liked to live at on, and this was really important to hear that. and I had some friends that had the opportunity to visit Munich, and everyone told me good things about this city. The first 2 days that I had here, yesterday I had the opportunity to see 3 flats. I'm searching home, but it looks a great place to live. I don't have any doubt that me and my family we will like it to live here, and of course play for such great club as Bayern and live on the top city as Munich. I think is the top place for me to be. And have these both things. It's really important for me, for my life, for my family, and that's it.
Gleich daneben, Carrie Howe wieder, bitte.
Eine Frage an Herrn Eberl. Durch den geplatzten Transfer im vergangenen Jahr von João Palhinha hat Alex
Regarding the transfer last year in João Palhinha, another player had an opportunity to shine. What's that going to have? What kind of effect is that going to have now? Who's going to be preferred right now?
Es ist ja immer, eine Tür geht zu, eine geht auf.
It's always like that. One door shuts, the other one opens. So it was bad that João couldn't come here last year, but there was a possibility for Alex to shine. And Alex is going to keep learning with João, with Joshua, with Leon, with Conny. Alex can continue learning, and he's doing that. So he's a very intelligent player, very smart, and for me, it's not João or Alex. They can play together. We're going to have enough games. We have 3 different competitions to play. So we're going to have all of them are hopefully able to play. I don't talk that much about Leon in public, and it's not because I want to be bad. But if I talk to players or agents, then we have to do that in private. Maybe others don't do it like that, but yes, I do that. The competition in the midfield, in the center field, is hard this year, and everyone has to manage that for themselves. A question to Mr. Eberl. What about the injury of Hirogo Ito? Is that going to change something? No. Well, it's just bad luck if a new player comes and he suffers an injury. That's really bad and sad. He wants to get to know Bayern Munich. He wants to see what the experience of wearing the jersey. So it's bad and unlucky for him, but it doesn't change our strategy, because an injury that takes 8 to 10 weeks doesn't change our strategy. Usually you might write it like that, but another question was, we have to sell someone now, and the squad can't become too big. So, meaning if we buy another player now, in 10 weeks' time, we have 2 players for the same position, and that's not the way we think. We have some players that were playing last season and this season with us. They want to learn. They are a huge addition to the squad, and that's the only way for young players to get playtime on the pitch.
João, when you arrived at the club yesterday, we saw you extremely happy. We saw you on Instagram taking photos of the Allianz Arena, your son wearing the shirt of Bayern. You said you talked to João Cancelo about the club. I'd like to know where this passion for Bayern comes from.
My passion for Bayern, since they made the effort to bring me here, and I saw this for the first moment, and even when the first moment the transfer didn't happen, the way that everyone received me at the club and they treat me and my family was something that had an impact on me. And was because of course, when I was young, I saw a lot of Bayern games, and but when you are on the club, almost on the club, and these kind of things happen with you, make a big impact in your life, and was the first moment that I had this for Bayern.
Vielen Dank schon mal. Gibt es noch Fragewunsch? Einmal noch Heiko Niederer, die letzte Frage vielleicht.
I have one sporting question about the way you play. In England, people say you're the master of tackles, that you like sliding tackles a lot. Did you see Bundesliga games and that maybe the referees are sometimes a little bit harder on tackles than in England? Did you hear about that?
I hope not. I hope not. But the people that know me, that they saw me playing, they know that when I make a tackle, it's not for danger to hurt everyone. It's just on focus on the ball. Sometimes that doesn't happen. Other times, yes. But most part of the times, I think yes. But I think in England I had the opportunity to play there, and it's a football that is physical, as comparing with Bundesliga, that is a physical game as well. I think I will enjoy the same way as I enjoy the Premier League. I know that is a physical game here, and I think if we can play without breaks, I think it's better for the show, better for the football. I just try to recover the ball as healthy as I can, but with hungry to recover the ball. I'm not a player with the bad feelings, so everyone that know me know that, and that is that.
Vielen Dank soweit. João wird gleich noch ein paar Fotomotive auf dem Platz abgeben. Aber jetzt
now we're going to take some pictures on the pitch, but now we're going to take a picture here with his new jersey.
Bitte? Ja, aber dann sieht man mich ja nicht mehr. Aber dann bin ich ja dahinter. Ja, aber sie ist okay. Ich weiß nicht.
Okay, vielen Dank, João. Danke,
Okay,
Max.
thank you very much. Thank you, João. Thank you, Max. And see you outside on the pitch.